Hey, everybody. We are here to talk to you about IRS refunds. So if you want to find out more, we just found out some awesome information about how you can amend your taxes so that you can get a refund. And that helps because then it's like a down payment on a house. So early filers can amend 2022 returns to recoup taxes. So let me tell you how. This is by Samantha Gowen. Early federal tax filers who pay taxes on the middle tax refund are being advised to amend those returns to recoup the money. Okay, so who wants a little bit of extra cash?
Me.
Everyone.
Everybody. Okay, so the Internal Revenue Service, which in February told taxpayers not to amend those returns. They reversed course last week, issuing an advisory regarding various tax refunds issued by 21 states. And California is among one of them. So taxpayers who filed before February 10th should check their tax return to make sure they've paid tax on the state refund before filing an amended return. So what does that mean, you guys?
No, it sounds like you need to issue pay your state taxes and then adjust your federal.
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to repeat that one more time. So taxpayers who filed before February 10th. So you responsible ones, you know who I'm talking to, should check your tax return to make sure that you paid tax on the state refund before filing an amended return. Okay. So Alan was correct. So you basically have to file your state taxes before you amend your IRS federal taxes. So the agency who suggested taxpayers who worked with a tax preparer or accounting consultant with them first to determine if amended return is necessary. Let's see. So just 2 months ago, the agency advised tax filers not to amend their 2022 returns. The MCTR was intended to be a stimulus payment for California taxpayers crumbling under record high inflation. The legislature and Governor Gavin Newsom set aside $9 billion from the state's budget surplus to send taxpayers a refund ranging from $200 to $1,050 to recipients who are on Social Security or welfare recipients who do not file taxes were not eligible for these payments. That's pretty cool. Okay. Though it sounded simple enough, directing $9 billion to 16.8 million people wasn't so simple. A third-party vendor, the Money Network, was hired to check fraud and those types of things. So my biggest concern on this one, you guys, is that there was probably pretty severe fraud on this, just like the COVID checks and the PPO plan. So what are you guys thinking about that?
It seems pretty common, like now, unfortunately, when money is given away, that there's always those that come in and fraud the system to get a big chunk of the money. They take most of the money in fraud.
Yeah, so I guess it's really good that the Money Network came in and is trying to manage that.
Yeah, but the problem with that is who is picking. There's been a lot of signaling from the government to say that they're doing the right thing, but there's something that have happened that maybe we have our raise our eyebrows about who is actually directing the money. What are they called? The money managers, Money Network. So they're a third-party vendor, but the government's the one choosing them. So it would be, I'm not a fan of bringing more and more people to oversee our money. But we had probably a lot of people scrutinizing the COVID and we had people from out of the country taking that money, like millions of those dollars. So we have to be careful. So the new year came with much confusion from the MCTR recipients who got a 1099 form from the IRS, courtesy of the Franchise Tax Board. So would the inflation rebate be taxed as a 1099 typically requires? So for weeks, nobody knew the answer. And so I don't think we have the backing to be able to answer that question. We're not tax people, but we wanted to let you know the good news that if this applies to you, that you can get a refund. And we would love you to have a little bit extra money so that you can buy homes. So please go ahead. We put in the chat. We will put in the chat the actual URL to go ahead and read this article yourself. But I definitely recommend that you read it, because if there's money to lessen the inflation that is going on, we want you to benefit from that. So is there anything else to add, you guys?
No.
Just check with your tax filer.
Check with your tax filer. And remember, at HOTT Homes, we do everything as a team, and we would love to serve you as a team. So this is
Carmela,
Monique,
Alan.
and we are here to serve you with HOTT Homes Property Management and Real Estate. We are happy to be here for you. Take care.
love that.